It's Alicia and Lorette, and welcome to another session of the Learning Tube. Today, we're going to be reviewing a product that was just released to the market and that we bought. I think the next slide shows my receipt. Go to the next slide for me, please, Lorette. There was a coupon code to use. I didn't use it. I could have gotten $3 off, but it was only $27. So we bought, excuse my voice, a little bit under the weather, but we bought the course. And so we wanted to tell you a little bit about it and about the strategy, because as I have in a slide here, like after going through the course, which was no fluff, easy to get through, I'm like, oh my God, my brain is on fire. I know
and
that
yes,
I tell
it was $27.
I know.
Somebody was asking, they're like, $27?
I know. Like, it's really a no-brainer. So Jania said she got it as well. Good job, Jania. So I just thought that it was such an amazing offer. People want to get the Learning Tube t-shirt, Lorette.
So this is the female shirt, and then I have the regular men's shirt as well. So they're hot commodities.
Do you have anything to give away? Maybe for people who buy, can they get a t-shirt? Do you have enough to give away?
I think so. If we have a mixture of men and women, yes, we do.
Okay, yeah. So if you guys, so now if they buy this under us, they also get a t-shirt, which is like a $20 t-shirt. So I don't know, we're throwing in the kitchen sink, but it sounds like everybody wants one. So
so we'll throw that in. So you can get a t-shirt if you get this. So we've got the male versions and then we have the female version as well.
Right. So Jack is saying for video production and video recording, do I have like literature up to date on what equipment and things to use to get started? We have done a class on it or two before, but now that I'm setting up my studio in a new space, I will do that. Right now I think these lights were $79 on Amazon. I have two lights.
I have that too, yep.
Yeah, Lorette has the same ones. And that's what's making my background white, so bright white instead of like a drabby kind of off white. So Lorette seems to like my background. So yeah, so all right, if you buy from us today, we'll tell you how to get the bonuses. It's just $27 and you get a t-shirt. So that's fun, Lorette. That's fun. We love to have fun, and I love that you ordered a bunch of those t-shirts. Let me tell you guys something. She hasn't sent me one, but I bought this under.
It is in the mail. It's in the mail.
That means she's gonna send it today.
No, it's gone. I promise. It's probably in your mailbox right now. It's in your mailbox.
I'm sure it is, Lorette. I love you as a sister so much. But anyway, thank you for ordering those, Lorette. And if you guys want one, $27, and you guys can get one. So thank you, Ken. All right, Lorette, next slide.
Yes, okay.
So first of all, the link to get it, because people are going to get it because we just said get it. We support Brian Anderson and we buy his products and we love him. He is just a really great marketer. And I've learned so much from him for so long. He's the one that introduced me to Groove and got Lorette on the phone too and said, come on, ladies, you need to do this. Like, he's always been there for us. So we support what he does. And I went through the course and I really loved the course. Lorette, can you, oh, we see your screen changing. Are you putting that, go back and pause. Oh, you're just showing the page?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I just wanted you to put the link to the ring in the chat.
Oh, yes.
Just copy and paste it really quickly. So we saw he had this new product that came out. He actually called us and asked us if we would like a copy, but we bought it, right? Because we do believe in buying and supporting other creators and teachers, and we bought it. There is a promo code. Lorette, put that in there. Copy and paste. The coupon code expires at midnight tonight. So there is a promo code. I didn't put it in, but if I would have saved $3. And it's an awesome course. So Ryan says,
so the buy link is in the chat box now, so you can click on that. alicialittle.com/ring ring, and you'll see why it's ring ring. And then there's a coupon, 3-step, and that saves $3. So put that in. Ryan has a question. Are there upsells? Yes, Ryan, there are upsells. But of course, you don't have to get all of them. The upsells are just going to enhance what you're doing. But yes.
Right. So far, I just got the $27 one. The front end one, went through it and was like, wow. All right, Lorette, keep going.
Okay. And so, Ken, your question was, is he the one teaching it? Yes, Brian is the one teaching it.
And
Okay.
I like how somebody asked us, like, why aren't we teaching this method? Why are we recommending Brian's? Lorette, you had a really good answer to that. What was that? Because we said we've done this strategy years ago and it works. So why are we recommending Brian to teach them?
Yeah, well, Brian has a lot more experience in different niches. So that would be my answer for it. He has experience, he's done this with 15 different niches. And then he has a partner that he's working with Jack, and Jack's done this in 50 different niches because he actually had an agency that specialized in this. Now, I didn't specialize in this. I just did this for our own company and just testing it out, and it worked. But that's the extent that I went with it. So
right.
that's the difference.
Okay.
So, yep. All right. Let me keep going. So once again, when you go to that link, it takes you over to the sales page to see what Brian has to say about it. But I want to tell you, Alicia, did you want to talk about it?
I just think, when you get to the sales page, it's kind of vague on what it is about. And that's why we're doing this webinar today, just to give it a review and tell you guys what it's about. So Lorette, I think you can lead us in what it's about by giving your example.
Okay, so most of you know that I have a tour company in Jamaica, right? So I have a tour company in Jamaica. I'm kind of the background of it. I do the marketing and the stuff, and then my husband and his friends are the ones that actually, he runs it, and then his friends are the tour operators and stuff. So we have this company.
Wait, Lorette. I want to talk about Lorette's contribution because when she met her husband, which I introduced them, by the way, thank you. I've asked her for affiliate commission.
We talk about affiliate marketing, so she always wants to, she asked me when is she going to get commission because my husband, she introduced us, so she wants commission for it.
I do. I still haven't gotten a thing, but I got 2 cute nieces, so that's a benefit. But when I first met him, he actually picked me up from the airport. That's how I met him. And he just had a car that he was driving as a tour guide, but the best personality on the planet. Lorette comes into the picture, and they go from a car to 5 vehicles, one of them being a bus. And he goes from just being this tour guide to getting inducted in the Hall of Fame for TripAdvisor, featured in Virgin Air magazine. He is featured in Endless Vacations magazine, and he's won all of these awards. So when Lorette just says a tour company, no, I think they're ranked number 2 on the island, and the other company is more than double their age as far as how long they've been in existence. So, and a big company and big backing. But Lorette, I just wanted to say amazing, and it's what marketing can do. We have to use that company as just a case study, because from a car to, a fleet of 5 vehicles, a bus, and a big operation that's usually turning down customers every day because you have too many or booking them, pushing them to next days. You've done amazing. Okay, back to you.
Okay, so this is our tour company. And so I use the tour company for a guinea pig for a lot of things. So you'll notice that whenever we talk about some software and things like that, you'll see that I use the tour company for a lot of stuff. So because it's ours, we can do, I can do whatever I want with it. So I was trying to, of course, get more clients like we're always doing. So I went to Fiverr and I hired a guy to do some Google AdWords for me. So, I've never really, I've done Google AdWords, but I'd never really, put much time into it. Anyway, so I hired somebody on Google AdWords to do Google Ads for me for the tour company. And this is it. It cost me $73. You can see I wanted to spend a daily budget of $20, which is nothing. That's really small. And, I gave him all the information and he put it up. We had conversion tracking. And when he put it up, he told me, I knew nothing about this, that I should do a click to call campaign. Have you guys heard of a click to call campaign with Google AdWords? Anybody? Nope, nope. Okay, so some of you, yes, no. So it's basically you put up, so he told me about this. He said I should do it. I said, okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but sure. So he set it up for me. And he told me, I need a phone number for people to call. So I set up a Google Voice number because I didn't want to put my cell phone. So I set up a Google Voice number and he set it up. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I started getting these phone calls. And so, like I'm in a webinar or I'm, doing something on the computer and I would get this phone call and I'm like, and I knew it was from this because I had a specific Google Voice number. They would call and I'd be like, hello, you're Jamaican tour guide. And they'd say, hi, I want to see if, I want to book an airport transfer from this. And I'm like, so completely caught me off guard. And so I'm like, okay. And so, I'm booking them for their airport. Then it rings again. Hi. And I'm like, hello, you're a Jamaican tour guide. Hey, I wanted to know if I could book an airport transfer for this. I'm like, what is going on? So it took me by surprise. Okay. Because I wasn't expecting it. I didn't really know what was happening. Just my phone started ringing. Right. So I'm, working my normal day or I'm out and about and the phone's ringing to book these airport transfers. And so I, realized, I said, this is that click to call campaign that the guy set up. Right. So I wrote him back and I'm like, oh my gosh, my phone just won't stop ringing. And he was so excited. Of course, I gave him a tip and I hired him to set up more for me. Right. So that is what a Google click to call campaign is. So you can set up the campaign and instead of sending the email, it's literally a click to call, like it says. And Ken, to answer your question, that was the extent of what I did. Okay, so I hired him, he set it up, my phone starts ringing, I'm caught off guard because I didn't really know what was going on, didn't really expect it. But it was very exciting. I called my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're getting all these phone calls for people wanting to book airport transfers, to book stuff. So it was pretty exciting. Anyway, so I hired him to do that. And this is, showing you that I did it. I hired him for $73, told him what I wanted in the ad. I gave him a little video explaining things. And here he says, I will set up click to call campaigns as it'll get you more scope of calls. I said, okay, great. It says compared to click to website campaign, click to call campaigns will get more call scope, though not all calls are relevant, but still these are better for getting more calls. And so I trusted him and I said, okay, let's do it. All right, so we did that. And like I said, the phone was ringing, right? So it was really exciting. Now, as we kept going through the process, he did set up a Google AdWords campaign for me, but he's not in the business. He doesn't, he's not part of the company, so he wouldn't know it as intimately as I would, right? So I did have to go in there and analyze it and tweak it and, make it better. Now, that's one thing that I want you to take away from this as well, is that when you're working on campaigns, anything that you do, if you're setting, I know there's a lot of Groove people setting up landing pages or webinars or something like that, you should always spend some time tweaking it and analyzing it to make sure that it's reaching its optimal, optimal position. So it's the best that it can be, right? So I analyzed it and we had actually 2 ads running. One was specifically for tours, like to do a tour in Jamaica, to go on Dunn's River Falls or one of our South Coast tours, Negril, for tours. And then we also had one for airports. Now, when I was looking at it, I was realized that the tours were just not converting and it was costing a lot of money and nobody was really calling for the tours. Not really sure why, but I realized that it wasn't working out for us. So I turned off the ads for tours. But what was working out were the ads for private airport transfers. It was booming. Like I was getting all these calls for people for these private airport transfers. So, so I said, okay, let me really tweak this and make the airport transfers even better. right? So I got in there and I tweaked the ads and I made it more specific. Like I was doing ads that were specific. Montego Bay Airport transfers to Negril. So I put to all the different cities to make sure it was reaching all the different cities. And then I would do ones that were specific to all the different resorts. So it's quite extensive, but it was working, right? So because people were specifically looking for airport transfers to their resort or towards the specific location, you know, like Negril would be the city. So I was doing that, and like I said, it was working. And then we would edit the ad to make it even better. So we would put like cold AC, because obviously you're going to Jamaica, people want to make sure it's cold, right? We were also giving free water and free Red Stripe beer for the tours. So we would put that in the ad as well. And we would pay attention, and I would look at the ones that were doing the best, like the ones that were, I did one because sometimes people have hesitations with Jamaica, they think it's not safe. So we put one in, you know, safe and secure. And that was one that did very well. You know, free Red Stripe, that did very well. People want free beer, you know, cold AC, things like that. So all these different things, paid attention to what was working, tweaked it, and kept making it better, right? Kept making it better. So with that, the cost went down, right? And the conversions went up, and my phone was ringing even more, right? But it was like a faucet, honestly. So I said when the guy turned it on, the phone was ringing, right? But what we do now, so I let it go for a while, the phone was ringing, but we treat it like a faucet, right? You can turn it on and you can turn it off. That's the great thing about it. When you turn it on, it's running. Like whatever you want this to go to, it's going. You turn it off and it's quiet, crickets, right? So it literally is like a faucet. Now, I started that ad back in 2018 is when I hired the guy back in Fiverr. And so I hired him to do it in 2018, and I haven't needed him again, right? I just had him set it up. And then from there, all I'm doing is fixing it and tweaking it and turning it on when I want to and turning it off when I want to, right? The difference with our company is that, you know, you can't scale it as much as, you know, a free online course, you can sell thousands, right? But with this, we're limited. We don't have 1,000 buses to go out. So we can't have, you know, unlimited bookings. So so Ken says, my ad cost went down, but my cost of beer went up. Yes, Ken, it did. Okay, so this was recently, I turned it back on. This was in July, so this is me talking to my husband, but this was in July, and it shows, you know, here, this was an airport, somebody had a flight delay, he arrives at 1:50, he's paying cash, we like cash, but down here, I was giving him an update on the ad. So we had $680 in confirmed bookings, and we spent $350. So not bad, right? Not bad. This was for the ad. Like I said, we can turn it on and turn it off. So this is when this was the last time that I did it in July. So our front end, where is it? So our front end profit was $330. So not bad, right? So we were running the ad, made a profit of $330. The guys are working, the buses are out on the street. So we're happy with that. Now, one thing that we realized is that, you know, we weren't selling the tours, but we were selling the airport. But a lot of times when people do the airport, what do you think that obvious upsell? They're sitting in the car, we just picked them up. What do you think would be the next upsell? What should we talk about while we're in the car with them? Anybody have an idea? What would we talk about? Hey, did you have a great trip? Oh, you're staying here. Tours. Exactly, tours. Barbara got it. Tours. Patty, Ken, tours. So this is the perfect opportunity. So of course we talked to all of our drivers and we said, when you get them in the car, you're going to talk to them about tours, right? You're going to upsell them into the tours. So we use this kind of as a lead generation, right? So we made profit in the front for $330, but our goal is to get them to get those tours, right? Is to upsell them. Now, and it works, right? Because now they're building a relationship, which is the key. A lot of times, you know, it's that relationship that's going to sell the next thing, right? So here's an example. This just happened the other day. they're booking a South Coast tour. It says, if possible, we'd like to have Cedric take us on this tour. He picked us up from the airport, cha-ching, and we really enjoyed his services and professionalism, and they wanted an online invoice for the credit card payment. Worked, right? Where did you learn about us? Online. So if they learned about us online, that was through one of our Google ads. So it worked perfectly, right? So let's see. So that is, let's see. So that was my example of how I've used this strategy in our tour company. Alicia, did you want to add anything with that?
Hey, Lorette, I mean, it was a really good case study. What did you guys think about what Lorette said? Like, what a really good case study. I was typing in the chat while you were talking, and I'm like, ring, ring equals cha-ching. So when I was going through Brian's course and I called Lorette and we were talking about it, and Lorette was like, oh my God, I did that. Sometimes you need that spur of a reminder to get things going again. But I started thinking about how I could rule the world with this strategy. And I love how you related it to a faucet, because if we can turn on the ability to make our phone ring, like what cha-chings do we want to make happen when that phone rings? So let's see what you guys think of. Would you
So
guys have say
Ken has a
incredible
question.
case
We
study?
have pictures of the buses and vans. I do have pictures of them, and we have that on the website so people can see that. So yes,
Mhm.
Ken, I can show you that.
So Nancy
Patty,
says, go ahead.
yep, Patty was asking about the ad copy. I would have to log in and do that, but I can definitely show that for an example in the bonuses, right? Ken says upsell, upsell, upsell. Exactly. So always think about that in your business. Anything that you do, any business, always think about how you can do that upsell. Now, Nancy says, how do you apply this for people that don't have that kind of business? Well, Nancy, here is this program that we're talking about. So this can be used with anything. So this was the case study that I gave because that's what I've used this strategy for. Now, imagine if you're working with a plumber, if you're working with a roofer, if you're working with a chiropractor, a dentist, any niche. So remember, Brian has done this with 15 different niches. His partner, Jack, has done it with 50 different niches. Now, Jack actually has a Google ads business, like that's his agency. All he does is Google ads, and he's done it once again with 50 different niches. So let's say you're working with a plumber. You can run an ad that's, leaky faucet or toilet leaking or whatever it is that you need a plumber for, like clogged toilet, septic tank, something like that. And it's an ad because people go into Google and they're going to type in plumber Orlando, for example, and then the ad's going to come up for click to call. You click on it and then it rings to the plumber's phone. Make sense, Nancy? So that was just an example of how I've used it, but you can use this for anything, right? All you're doing is creating an ad, right? Creating an ad, and then this ad shows up with, like, so people type in Montego Bay Airport transport, private airport transfer. Ad pops up, they click on it, it calls my phone, right? That's it. That's the concept. So do you see how you can use that with any type of business? It works extremely well with local businesses like the plumbers, the chiropractors. So because people go to Google to find a local service, to find a service provider. You go to Google to type in chiropractor Orlando, right? If my back was hurting, that's what I would do, right? Where would you look, Nancy? If you were looking for a plumber in your city, where would you look? How would you find that plumber in your city? You would more than likely go to Google and type that in to find the plumber in your area. Now, when you do these Google AdWords, these Google ads, it shows up at the top results in Google. And this one is a call to click one. So there's different versions, right? You can have a standard one, which I'm sure many of you've seen. And then you also have the call to click, right? So that's the difference. That's what this program is teaching you, is the call to click to get the phone ringing. Now, one reason why that's so fantastic when it comes to working with businesses, so let's say you're working with this plumber, okay? Let's pretend you have a plumber as your client, and you have this ad running, and all of a sudden his phone starts ringing. He's going to be like, what are you doing, Nancy? Like, iPhone has never rang like this ever. Like with me, when I was doing this, I was caught off by surprise because the phone has never rang like that ever, right? So that's, you know, something that your client is going to instantly see the results that you're getting, you know, as opposed to some other strategies. Of course, there's a lot of different ways that you can get clients. You know, we're very big in social media. We talk about social media all the time, but, you know, and SEO and things like that. But it's different when you say, okay, I'm SEOing your website. It's going to take a few months. It's going to kick in, you know, you get a phone call. But when the phone just starts ringing and you turn it on and off like a faucet, that's a huge wow for a client to see that, right? Let's see. Nancy says, you get it. Okay, so Nancy says, how much do you charge to do this for clients? Well, I think Brian was saying 1,000 to 5,000. Like I said, I've never done it for a client. I've only done it for ourselves. But Brian recommends $1,000 to 5,000. So he recommends doing a flat fee to do that. Nancy says, yes, I would go to Google to look. Exactly, yes. Right, Ken. Ken says it used to be the yellow pages, but not anymore, right? You go to Google to find stuff, right? Especially for local businesses, right? So that's how this program fits in. You guys, are you following? Is this all, is it clicking, making sense? Are you understanding the concept and how a local business would jump all over this? Yes? Okay, Keisha says yes, yes. Okay, good, good. All right, so let's see. This is, so Crystal, I mean, Patty was asking, it's just for, this is just for Google Ads, so specifically for Google Ads, okay? All right, so that's what the course is about, okay? So let me just keep going, and now I wanna talk about some bonuses that we have with their course, right? So, but Brian has the course, and we of course always love to add in extra bonuses. So one of the bonuses that we have right here are 15 editable Canva templates for your client. So let's say you get this plumber, okay? Or whatever it is. So here I did a AC repair. So let's say you have this new client and it's an AC repair company. You can use these editable Canva templates for this new client that you have. Okay, so you can say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna set up this call to click campaign for you, and I'm also gonna give you as an extra bonus or as a goodwill gesture, you know, these images that you can put on your Facebook page. So as people are, you know, looking you up, they're gonna go to your social media page and see that you have some posts on your page, right? So these are templates that you can put for your client. Now, what we've done is we've made them all in Canva so that you can easily edit them. So here's an example of one. You can, this is, I put save 20%, summer AC check. There's an AC, the website. Here's need gutters. This is for a roofer, but you can easily change these out. These are all ones that you can change out. Here, I just put this, I made this schedule online, teeth whitening with a little picture there. Now I actually created a video walkthrough. Oh, see, so this first one, see how it was AC? And then I actually showed a video here on how I changed it to a plumber, right? So easy to do. I did a video walkthrough showing you how to edit all these images. So you can use these images for two ways. When you get the client, you can say, hey, here's some images that you can put on your social media pages to help your business. It's going to be a win-win for them because now they have a presence online. It's a win for you because the more professional that they look and the more active, the more phone calls that they're going to get, right? So, or you can also turn it into another revenue stream for you. You can also do social media management for them as well. Okay, so you can use these in different ways. You like that? Like that? Yes? All right. Let's see. Okay, any questions? No, all right. So that's bonus one. You get all these editable Canva templates that you can use for your client, really easy to do. Nancy says, do they need a website for this? This is for them to post in social media. So if they have Instagram or if they have Facebook, these are the images that they would use. You can easily edit them and put them on the client's page. Okay. All right, now here's where I show you I have a video that walks you through how to edit as well. The next one is 10 images for your Facebook agency page. Now, we talk a lot about having your own agency page to show off your skills and your business, right? So if you have an agency, which many of you do, these are images that you can put on your agency page telling about this new service that you offer. Like here, I get you the leads, you seal the deal. Waiting for client phone calls, I can help you. Look at this one, ring, ring. Do you want to hear more of that? Here, this one says, don't go chase customers, let them call you. Here, we'll get your phone ringing with potential clients. So all of these are based on the fact that you now have a service that can help them get their phone to ring. Okay, so these are 10 images that you can put on your Facebook agency page advertising this new service that you are offering. Okay. Now, bonus number 3 is a phone call resource. So the phone is answered 24/7 and you only have to pay them $100 a month. So we're going to give you this resource and how to ensure there's high quality service. Now, when I was doing this back in 2018, this is what I should have had implemented. So I wasn't answering the phone when I was in my car or doing a webinar. Somebody else can answer that phone for you. This is something that you can add for your client. And, instead of your client, maybe it's a plumber. Well, he's busy plumbing, right? Fixing toilets and not answering the phone. This is a service that you can provide to them. And we're going to show you how to make sure that it's the high quality service. There's a little strategy that we do to make sure that this team is doing the best job. So we're going to give you that resource as well. Now, bonus number 4, Alicia, this is a way on how you can get Google ad credit with their underground link. Oh, 150, so that's the wrong image there. But we're gonna tell you how you can get Google ad credit. So Google wants you to advertise with them, obviously, because you're gonna spend money with them. So they're luring you in with this $150 ad credit. So you get $150 free, right? So when I was setting up my ad, the guy that I hired in Fiverr actually was telling me how to do this. He's like, you need to do this so you get free ad credit. I said, oh, okay, great. So you basically get a free $150 to get started with them because they want you to stay and keep spending money, right? So we're going to show you how you can do that. And so here are the bonuses. The first one is the Canva templates for your client, the 10 images for your Facebook agency page, the phone call resource, and how to make sure that it's high quality service, and how to get that $150 in free ad credit, right? Free ad credit. So the total value of our bonuses, now these are just our bonuses to go on top of everything that Brian is giving you, is valued at $647. This is Alicia. She says, I am smarter after I went through the training. I definitely learned things I did not know. Simple, easy to digest and implement, no fluff, straight to the point, easy to implement, right? So we bought it. I showed you that. There was things that when I was going through it, things that I don't have implemented properly in mind that I definitely need to fix, right? So, because remember, the guy set it up and then I just went in and fixed it. I didn't really even know what I was doing. Let's see. So Barbara, yes. So Barbara was saying that she received an email earlier about this, but didn't really understand what it was about, but now she understands. Hopefully this gave you clarity on what the program is all about. Yes. All right. So now we're just going to go through some FAQs, okay? Because I put these together knowing that these may be some questions that you have. So the first one, I don't have any clients yet. Is this something that I should get? Alicia, you there?
Oh, sorry, I was muted, Lorette. Of course. So you could get it for yourself, but also when I went through it, as I mentioned, Lorette, I was thinking about different ways that I could rule the world, because when you go through it, automatically you start thinking about the different applications and how you can apply it differently. So, when you get clients, do you want to have more knowledge or the same knowledge that you have today? What do you think, Lorette? More or the same?
More, of course.
More, of course. So this gives you the opportunity to get that more knowledge, and it's fantastic. All right, the next one, Lorette.
So let me answer some. One bonus that we missed was the t-shirt. You get a t-shirt as well if you get it. So it's all, and the program is $27. Ryan, like you were asking me for, yes, there are upsells. You don't have to get them, but the main course is the $27. Patty, you were asking, does this include tracking with the phone numbers? Now, I do believe that is one of the upsells, Patty. The main course teaches you how to do it, right? And then you can get the software and the things like that, I believe, as an upsell. Okay. All right. Next question. Can I use this in my own business to get clients?
You were a perfect example of that, Lorette. And I'm trying to think of new businesses I want to start just just having this knowledge. But for example, my boyfriend has a real estate investing company and he's always looking for homeowners. He fixes and flips. So he's always looking for homeowners that want to sell their house but can't afford to because their home needs repairs. So I'm going to put up an ad that goes direct to his Google Voice number without telling him, and let's see how his phone rings. But the ad would be as simple as, um, need to sell your home but can't because it needs repairs. Call me. This is what I specialize in, helping homeowners to sell their homes without spending a dime, right? So something like that, and his phone will blow up and start ringing. So whatever you want to do it for, of course you can do it for that.
Yes. And
Um,
then I was an example, like you said, with our tour company. Yes.
yeah.
And then, so Brooks, you're asking for the link to get it. You can see it's in the chat, alicialittle.com/ring ring. Next question. Does the training walk you through the setup and the execution?
Yes. So Brian is super step by step, but what I really loved about it is that not only did he go step by step in the video, but there's an accompanying PDF and he gives you a copy of his slides. That's why I'm like, I feel smarter after I've done this. So even though I've set up Google Ads before, Brian, in the way that he teaches, makes it so simple to follow. It's very step by step.
And I'm a big fan of Brian's training because he's not fluffy. He's not like, whatever. He just gets straight to the point. You click here, you click here, you click here, it's done. Like, I really like, that's how I teach. That's how I like.
Right.
No fluff.
And
Just get to the
and
point.
he assumes that you have no knowledge of how to set it up. So he even goes like how to set up a campaign. Like he goes back to how to set one up.
Now, the next one, somebody was asking this. Oh, Patty, you were asking for the copy. Are there templates to use for the ads? Now, that's not part of the core, right? The core, the $27 front end is the training of the concept, how to do it, how to set it up. And then there is an upsell. It's not a lot. I think it's $20 or something. But to do templates, I think the first one is for 40 templates in 40 of the top niches like chiropractic, dental, and so forth. So they give you the ad templates for the niches. And then I think there's another upsell that gives you even more, like 100 more or something like that. But they do have templates. So they make it as easy as possible for you in order to turn on these ads.
Crystal said, so he shows us how to set up Google Ads in the $27 program. And yes, and he pretends like you don't have an account, like he sets you up from the start.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Oh, and the last one, are Brian and Jack actually using the strategy? Yes. So I was saying that Brian's done it before for his agency. He's done it in like 15 different niches. And then Jack actually had an agency. This is what he did. This was his thing. He had a Google ad agency. So, and then out of his Google ad agency, this part of it, the click to call part of it was, blowing up. So they did a course specifically on that aspect. Okay. And then
I was watching the training videos and I felt like Brian was showing something and I'm like, wait a second. He never mentioned this is my account in it. He was just kind of showing you how to do something on the left-hand side. So I sneakily took a screenshot and sent it to Lorette and I'm like, holy moly, what is that number at the bottom there? It was like from 12 of his campaigns. I think it's like over $790,000. And I'm like, Lorette,
You remember,
the
I spent on mine when I hired the guy, I spent $20 a day. No money on that. But my phone was still ringing. Of course, I increased it, but that's where I started. Yeah.
right. And so I'm like, I don't want to teach this to people what we know, because I'd rather them learn from someone who spent over $790,000 doing these campaigns and on Google. So yeah, it was
Exactly.
awesome.
Exactly. So once again, here's the link, alicialittle.com, ring, ring. There is the coupon code, 3-step. And yeah, there's the coupon code, 3-step. I think it may have went up though. I'm not sure, but it's under, I don't know, it's under $30. It's cheap, right? It's cheap. It's cheap to have some extra knowledge that is going to help your business. It can help your client's business. You get all these different bonuses from us that come with it as well. Okay, so so Candy, good question. Once you buy the $27 program, how much do you need for the ads, or do you charge your client? You definitely charge the client. So you would charge the client a flat fee. So maybe charge them $1,000 to run the ads. And then you would also charge them the ad spend amount, right? So the two separate things.
And Brian called Lorette and I today, and we were just talking to him about the course and giving him his props and telling him that we were gonna, talk about it today, just so he knows. But he also said that the great thing about it is you charge as a recurring service. So you charge them monthly, but when you set the ads up and they're working, it's not like you're really doing anything, but don't feel guilty, right?
But like I said, with me, like I went in there and I tweaked things here and there, but I haven't tweaked anything for years. Like I did that in 2018. The guy set it up, and then I tweaked it then, and I haven't touched it again. All I do is turn it on and off, like the faucet, literally. So I spent time at the beginning making it, optimizing it, and now I just turn it on and off.
Yeah, very powerful. Love it. What's the next slide, Lorette?
Yep. So how do you get these bonuses? So when you buy from, I know inside of Warrior Forum, there is a way that we can automatically send you the bonuses, but I haven't set that up yet because we just did this. So if you've already bought it through our link, I think Janaya, you said you did. So go ahead and please send your receipt to our support desk. Alicia, can you type that in there? Send the receipt into the support desk and we'll get all these bonuses over to you. Okay, so simple as that. If some of you order like tomorrow or something, you may see that it automatically will be sent to you. But for right now, that's not set up yet. So if you order it, when you order it, not if, when you order it through our link, send us the receipt and we will get these bonuses to you. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? What do you guys think? Like it's not that I think this is a good strategy. I know it's a good strategy because I did it and it worked for me, right? And I know for a fact when people need something, especially for local businesses, you go to Google and you find it. You see an ad exactly saying what you want. You're going to click on it. You're going to call. I mean, it really is a no-brainer, right? It's now this course is going to give you the knowledge to implement it.
One
right?
thing that I thought was so interesting about the course too is it shows you how to have the ads only appear on your mobile phone. So the ads don't appear on desktop, which I didn't think about. So when it's only on mobile, it's just like click the button and it's ringing and calling. I was like, oh, so it's like a mobile only click to call campaign.
Yes, clever, very clever. Yes.
Yep. Crystal says signing myself up.
Yeah.
So Joanne is saying she's got a lot on her plate. Is this something she can buy now and look at later? Of course, right? Yes. So this is something that you can buy now and watch later. I started watching it last night and then I finished watching it this morning and it was fantastic. And then I got all the PDFs and the guides. In fact, if you get the PDFs and the PowerPoints, you don't even have to watch the videos. That's how in-depth the training is. I love how he did that. So I actually sent one of his PDFs to one of our staff members and said, this is a really good example of turning a training video into a PDF document. So who wants a faucet? If you want a faucet that you turn on and you go ring, ring to cha-ching, then I definitely recommend this to you guys. It's just $27. You get all of our amazing bonuses valued at $6.97. Like, that's the reason to get it alone. And Lorette, okay, Lorette. And Lorette threw in a t-shirt with it as well. So a lot of reasons. Kimberly says signing up. The code is 3-step. 3-step saves you $3. So Carolyn, that code is 3-step. Patty says, as a customer of Brian since 2009, I can vouch for him being one of the nicest and most trustworthy marketers in the industry. He's a family man and he stands behind his product. He's also like on the school board. He was voted as one of the, I don't even know what that is, but yeah, he's voted on the school board. So it's a no-brainer for you guys. Ken says, how do we know you're getting the sale? On the payment page. I'm going to click on that really quickly, Ken. Hang on really second. 1 second. So I'm clicking on the add to cart button. I don't know if there is a way that it shows you. Does anybody know? That is a good question. Let's see. I'm looking at the link at the top. I don't know what even Lorette's affiliate link is for it other than being this. I'm assuming it will go through, so
Yeah.
I don't think you guys will have a problem with it. I see Lorette clicking on it, but Lorette, I don't see anywhere where your plus actually codes it to your, where it says you're buying under Lorette.
I don't either. But that's the link, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm sure it will work. If you're unsure, then open up an incognito window or clear your cookies. So there goes Lorette. Oh, you're typing in it. Is that your affiliate link for Warrior Plus?
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Joanne says at the bottom. No, Joanne, it was just putting in Lorette's email, like where to send your purchase.
Yeah, it'll go through. Thank you for asking though, but
On the side of the checkout, she said, Joanne says on the side of checkout. That's where it says it'll send your purchase though.
yeah. So this is me. This is where we'll send your purchase, but it'll go through.
Yes. So if you can't get it now, the price will just be higher. So I'd recommend getting it now, even if you don't watch it now, is to get it now. So if you want to use an incognito window if you've clicked on it before and you want to make sure that it's coming to us, then you set up an incognito window and you type in the alicialittle.com/ring, and that way you know that it's going through us that way. And if you have any questions, send an email to support. We've gotten so much better on support. We've hired another girl. Lorette has a team working it on the weekends, so we're trying to really get a lot better on answering quickly on support. So you can send emails there, and I hope somebody's noticed, but we're trying to be a lot better in support as far as time wise, because support is so important to us that we've got a few girls in support. We're all in a WhatsApp group. The things they can't answer, they ask us all day long. All right, any other questions? Lorette, I know you have to go, so if you just want to keep the computer screen up, that's fine. You can go. Anybody else have any other questions? Yes, Ken. Anybody else have a question? Going once, going twice? All right, guys, I encourage you to get it, alicialittle.com/ring. 27 bucks. Use the coupon to save $3, 25, 24 bucks. 24, but you don't even need to be good at math to be an entrepreneur. But anyway, 24 bucks. And when I went through it, I went through all 5 modules. I felt smarter. I felt motivated to set up some campaigns, and nobody can ever take that knowledge away from me. Now I know how to set up a mobile only click to call campaign. I'm more knowledgeable about Google AdWords, and I feel really good about that. So the course is 5 modules long, but it didn't take me long to go through. Less than, I don't know, because I broke it up into 2, probably less than 2 hours, definitely. Can someone, yeah, if you teach online, of course, this is a great course for you. If you have any products of your own, if you're an MLM, if you're, a course creator, anything, you can use this for so many things. Your brain will start clicking once you start watching the training.
And
So,
Alicia, if you are sending in your receipt, here's the link here's the email for the support desk. But if you just reply to any email that we send you, that goes directly to the support desk.
Thank you, Lorette. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Go buy the $27 course. Enjoy it. I know that you'll feel smarter. Thank you for joining us here on the Learning Tube. We're always looking to expand your mind and teach you different things that'll help you to improve your business. This is one of those things that'll help you to improve your business. So if you got it, I want you to click got it in the chat box. Click got it in the chat box. Jania got it, but Jania says, I'm into real estate as well, and this will be awesome. So awesome for real estate, Jania. So the ideas that I have for real estate in my head, they're pop in my head. I'm like, what? Because people always type in. When I was looking for, when I was looking for this house I've just moved into, let me just show you guys. This is actually my studio. The boxes everywhere still. I haven't unpacked things. So, what did I used Google. I found the real estate agent that I used in Google, right? Imagine if somebody had a click to call, he wouldn't have gotten to be my agent because I would have picked somebody else. But Crystal said, excited for the bonus answering service. We've been using this answering service for so long. In our business, they do 110 calls for $100. Ridiculous. There is no limit on the length of the calls. They will forward the calls to you. They do all sorts of great things. And Lorette will show you actually how she sets it up so that when the phone rings, they have something that comes up on their screen with all of our information. They send you an email with every caller's information. You're never going to find a 24/7 phone calling service that does live answer 24/7 for $100. One of my clients sent it to me, the bank. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've spoken to the owner so many times and I am blown away by that. Anytime I have a coaching client who I'm helping them with their business, I always require that they get this service because a lot of us that don't have a service like this, we lose so many. Where are you going, Lorette? We're watching. Oh, there you are. We lose so many potential clients because we don't answer the phone. So Lorette and I tested this once and our phone went to voicemail and it was like 20 calls that we got, and out of those 20 calls, only 3 people left a voicemail. So what did those other 17 want? We don't know because they didn't leave a voicemail. Like people don't like leaving voicemails. I don't like leaving voicemails. Anybody else like me and they're like, I'm not going to leave a voicemail, I'll just call back. And then they forget to call back and you lost that customer. So then we set up an answering service. This one was called, I think in the past, Answer Force is what we used. And then our bill was $800. And we were like,
No,
what?
it
And we
was
tried
like
to get it down. And it was
$1,000, Alicia.
Say it again.
It was more like $1,500, not 800.
I think we got it down to 800 and we were like, yay, an $800 a month. But it was so expensive. We switched to another company. It was still expensive. And then we found this one. And now our bill is $100 a month. Go us, go us, go us, go us. So it's one of our secret strategies that we hold tight so that only great people are going over to this company. They don't give us affiliate credit or commission or anything like that. Like there's no room for that. It's $100 a month, but we love it. Kim says she got it. Patty got it. Crystal got it. Roy got it. Carolyn got it. Bertha said, I'm getting it now. Go, Bertha. Arlene got it. Yes, yes, yes. Jania said, when you and Lorette speak, I listen for sure. Thank you so much. Barbara says, I'm going to get it as soon as I get off of work. Yay, Barbara. Ken is getting it in 10 minutes. Go, Ken. Go, Ken. He's probably at the club right now, so he's got to get out of the club. And Kimberly said, I'm getting excited about this and the bonuses you're offering. Thank you, Kimberly. Yes, we already went over the bonuses. I think Loretta just talked to you about that. Crystal says, love it. Crystal says, yes, I love a live person on the calls. It's so important, but it used to be not affordable for a lot of people. How many of you would want to spend $1,500 a month on a live answering service, right? Crystal said it's a huge part of business. Yes. The answering service works for more than one business. Yes. If you want two different numbers, it's two different accounts. So what you have to do is say, this is Ken. Thank you for calling the office of Ken Palmer. This is Judy. How can I help you? And then they're like, oh, Judy, I'm calling for the picnic in the park. Oh yeah, Ken's doing picnic in the park. Let's talk about that, right? So you make it so that everything comes to one number, but then the way they answer the phone is very generic. Thank you, Nancy. Nancy says fabulous webinar. Thank you. Evelyn, I just spoke to Evelyn before this. I told her I was saving my voice for this. But you can see Lorette spoke most of the time. So Evelyn is in real estate. This is amazing for Evelyn. So Evelyn, um, that same ad I was talking about doing for Greg, you need to do that in your real estate business. So watch the course. Dawn says getting it now. Yes, Dawn. Wendy is gonna get it after work. Yay, Wendy. Becky Moore, what is up, my girl Becky? Becky has like such a personality that I can see you selling this to so many people. Becky, this service.
And remember to get your bonuses, just send it to the help desk ticket. There we have the email address in the chat box, or just reply to any email we ever send you that goes directly to the ticket desk.
And Lorette, will the bonuses be ready by tomorrow? How long do you need to put everything together?
Yeah, I would say tomorrow.
Okay. All right. We were kind of like, it was kind of like this. Oh my God, Lorette, Brian's product that Lorette sent out emails about. She sent out an email about it yesterday. I was like, I bought it under your affiliate link. Sisterly love. It's Lorette's affiliate link. I bought it under. And I started going through it and I'm like, it is amazing. We have to, that's why you didn't get any emails about what was going to happen on the Learning Tube, because we weren't sure what we were teaching yet. We had some options. And I was like, no, we have to talk about this because this
Well,
is so
I liked
important.
it because I was like, oh, wait a minute, I've done this. And it works. So I was excited about it.
Yeah. And then I'm addicted to learning things. So it is my addiction. And I feel so good when I learn something new and I'm smarter. Lorette knows this about me. So I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so much smarter. I feel like, come on, anybody ask me a question. I like when people ask me questions about business and entrepreneurship. I'm always like, ask me any question. So I like to keep learning so that when a business owner asks me a question like, I wish my phone rang more, I'll go in my brain and pick out that click to call training. I'll be like, I can make your phone ring more. Ring, ring. So Nancy says, got it. Helen says, I got it. Chris says, does bonus 3 automatically trigger a $100 a month recurring charge? No, Chris. It's just the resource. We give you the resource and tell you how to use them. You have to go sign up. We're not going to sign up for you. You don't even have to mention us because they don't give us affiliate commission. Brooks, yes, Brooks Allison said getting it. So Carolyn, here is the bonus summary right here. Trevor says I've successfully purchased. Go Trevor. Becky said I already sent the receipt. Ryan said, what are the upsells? Lorette, do you know what the upsells are?
So I know one of the upsells is the ad templates. So I think the first upsell is 40 ad templates that you can use for the 40 different niches. And then there's another one for like additional ad templates. And then there's one that you can get that is a software of some sort, but you'll see it when you go through it. I mean, of course, none of it, once again, is required. The core is the training on how to do it. And then the other one is how to basically make it easier, like done for you stuff. But yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Ken, we'll do that. Crystal said she's addicted to learning too, and it's growing daily. Anybody else addicted to learning? It's a great addiction. I mean, it could be so much worse. Like I could be addicted to some bad things. I don't think that is a bad addiction. Sean, yes, we will send out the replay to everyone with the link. So we will do that. Let's see. Jania said like an autoresponder. Jania, I'm missing the first part of your question. Like an autoresponder, I'm not sure what you're saying. Helen said, yeah, Helen, it is a great price. It is. I just bought it at the 27. I didn't even enter the coupon code. I'm like, after I remembered, but then I was like, $27. After you watch it, you're like, this is so much value for $27. Just the value that I got. I already have Google ad campaigns, but I wasn't setting them up right. So watching what Brian did and how he linked everything and how slow he went and the guides, I'm like, Helen, I'm like, that is such a great value for that. I didn't think I would learn how to set up Google AdWords campaigns from scratch the right way.
And Alicio, Crystal just mentioned, which I forgot, that we were doing the t-shirts. When you send in the receipt, yes, send in your t-shirt size and your mailing address. I forgot about that. So there's a bonus that's not on here, is that we have the Learning Tube t-shirts. So we have men's t-shirts, we have women's t-shirts. So if you would like a t-shirt and you order this and you're sending in receipt, please send in your mailing address and your shirt size.
All
Okay.
right.
So don't forget, if you want the t-shirt, reply with your mailing address and your shirt size.
Oh, Jania said the software offered in the upsell is like an autoresponder. Oh, awesome, Jania. Thank you. So let's see. Ryan is saying the price will probably go up to $197 after launch. And Ryan, we know someone else who sells a click-to-call course that is $997. So this course is $27 and the other one is almost $1,000. So really big difference. I think Brian just, he just did a really good job. For a business with a small budget, could you limit the Google ads? Of course. You pick the daily budget you want to spend and he teaches you that and where to put it. He's like, put it right here, the daily budget that you want to spend. Bertha said addicted to learning. Jania says the software, it's very beneficial. So thank you for that, Jania. Let's see. You can start making money quickly with this strategy. Barbara, you can, because when you watch the first front end course, the $27 one, it really teaches you how to implement everything quickly. Like you can pause the video or watch the video all the way through and then watch it a second time and just do what he's saying and it's set up. And you don't need to do any graphics. There's no graphics needed, no video needed. You don't even need a website. What? You don't even need a website. Put in a phone number. For the t-shirt size, Bertha, tell Loretta if you're a woman, if you want a woman's t-shirt or if you want a man's t-shirt. So just let her know. Mark says, ring, ring, I'm in. Good job, Mark. All of us that are addicted to learning, let's go with this. Chris, you crack me up, Chris. You crack me up. So, let's see. All right, I'm gonna type in our email address again. And if you feel like, hold on one time, if you, sometimes people don't put the two S's like little sister support, but it's sister support. So there's two S's right there. So if you ever email us and feel like we didn't get back to you, then just reply to one of the emails that we sent you. Lorette always puts the help desk email in there so that people can reply back to it. So, that you're sure you're getting it right. Because we have had a few people not put the double S, and then that causes problems. So I want to make sure that you guys get that. Although Lorette and I don't work on the weekends with the help desk, anything we see that comes in over the weekend that needs our attention, we just do it on Monday. So let's see. The t-shirts, this round of t-shirts for the Learning Curve, the Learning Tube, they are all white with the Learning Tube logo on them. Yes, Abigail. Mark says, you can call me crazy. He's singing there. Um, so Angela, I will send you the replay and we'll post the replay inside of the Facebook group for the Learning Tube. Last chance for questions. Last chance for questions. Let's see. Let's see. So we do have a phone number and it goes to that answering service that we use, and they take a message and get that message back to us. And there are some cases where they will forward it to certain girls on our team, depending on what department it is. But yes, we do use it, and that is a phone number that we do use when we put out a phone number. It's always that same phone number. We prefer emails because people can describe what they need, they can put screenshots in it. We ask lots of people to do Loom videos if they're having trouble with anything. So if you are running support for your business, I recommend that you set up a separate email account for it. We use a help desk software to do that. And then there's also a tracking of, assisting a specific customer or something like that. All right, any other questions? Any other questions? Let's see here. Mark says, what's the best crypto coin to buy right now? I don't know, Mark. If you know, then I'm open to listening to it and buying it. But that seems like it's it for the question. So I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for coming on here today. I hope that you enjoyed today's class and you learned something. I can see a lot of you picked up the course, which is really awesome. So I look forward to you telling me more about the campaigns that you set up using this awesome tool. Bye for now, everybody. Bye for now. Bye. Enjoy Brian's training. And Brian, Candy said, I hope you feel better. Me too, Candy. It's so hard to talk. I put the support email in the chat. It's the help desk at littlesistersupport.com. You guys should always see that. Yes. So I hope that you guys all learned something good today. Enjoy Brian's training. Brian, if you ever watch this, we just wanted to say thank you so much for being a good human being. We really enjoyed your course and we are more than happy to give it a 5-star review and encourage those that we know that want to learn more, especially those addicted to learning and want new tools in their toolbox so they have more services that they can offer to their clients and also use it to build their own businesses or their spouse's businesses or a family member's business and have that superpower of making the phone go ring, ring so they can get that cha-ching It was a great course. Thanks, everybody. Go turn on your faucets. Bye.